Yeah. Yeah. I just want to add something because,
Mhm.
of course, I utilize peptides in my clinic, and
Yep.
GHK copper has become
GHK
very
copper.
famous,
Yep.
right?
Yep.
It's used in a wide variety of things, and it's a copper peptide that actually is secreted or generated after tissue injury, and it's
Mhm.
a very anti-inflammatory. It protects the tissue from oxidative damage.
Right.
But this peptide level actually decrease with age, with increased inflammation, and so it's actually pretty common. Was first found in human plasma. And then, like you said, this wide range of benefits from copper. So the GHK copper is great for wound healing, promotes collagen production. It improves skin firmness, elasticity, and it is
Yep.
also great for the brain. Is fascinating. Um,
Exactly. They're finding in the nervous system and in psychology with brain function and development of the substantia nigra and
mm,
the production of dopamine that copper is one of those enzymes that's so important even in dopamine. So
mm,
it's just absolutely amazing. It's so versatile. Just like we talked about with silver, how versatile it is, how many pathways. I heard somebody recently told me that 300 different pathways have copper in it. And I talk about 14 major cuproenzyme pathways, but there's at least 300 pathways out there that require copper. And like you talked about with collagen formation, elastin formation, all those things, I jokingly say when I'm talking to people oftentimes, if it moves, it requires copper. Whether we're talking
yeah,
about bone and joint health, whether we're talking about the vasculature, think about dilation and constriction of our blood vessels. Think about our heart that's pumping 24 hours a day, 7 days a week, our entire life. Heart disease happens when it stiffens. Vascular disease happens when how about atherosclerosis? Arteriosclerosis happens when our arteries harden and aren't flexible. So with collagen, anybody taking collagen for anti-aging, if you're not taking copper with your collagen, you're not getting the full benefit of the collagen. Copper is the mortar that holds the collagen together. So I talk about bricks. If you were to pile up a bunch of bricks and push on it, it's going to fall over. But if you pile up bricks and put mortar in between it, it becomes strong. So copper is the mortar holding those collagen bricks together and supporting that tripeptide. And that's why it works so great as the peptides that we're talking about.
hmm yeah. And I was just looking at, it's just a wide range. Good for the lungs, for the liver, like you said, for bone. Bone repair and fights cancer. It's good to help with hair. Reduce hair loss. I mean,
Yep.
it's such a wide range of benefits. So I guess I guess Sovereign Silver, its passion partially came from history, I
Yep.
suppose,
Part of it
because
came from
it's a
history,
long
but
human
yeah,
history.
there's this passion for it, but also that word sovereign, I think this was what drove me to the company is
Mm,
sovereign and that freedom. And it's the right to choose your health, I'm going to say the responsibility to take care of your own health, not
mm,
just a right to healthcare, but why are we eating McDonald's and eating fast food and eating all these things that are bad for us? Why not support our health? We talk about this right to healthcare. What about our responsibility for our own health? And this
mm,
health sovereignty is where our company really started. And then this going back to silver and copper. And interesting, you mentioned why silver and copper. If you look at the periodic table and look at the period, you've got copper, silver, and gold all in that same row. And the importance of a period on the periodic table is they're going to have similar properties.
mm,
So it's those health properties, and where silver is great as an antibacterial, antiviral, antifungal, copper has some of those same similar antimicrobial properties, typically more as an antifungal, antiparasitic. But now, how about gold in supporting neurological health?
mm.
There is a lot of evidence supporting the neurological health. And by the way, I'm not letting the cat out of the bag or anything, but we've been working on a sovereign gold.
Oh, wow, that's beautiful.
I don't know how far down the road it is. We don't release it until we know that it is the best product that we can have and put